In the village of Konoha, a lone orphan rose to become a legend. Scorned as a demon-possessed outcast, Naruto Uzumaki shattered every limit. He turned every sneer into raw power, mastering the Rasengan and reaching heights no one believed. How did a boy with no friends become a god-tier shinobi? Now, in this video, her strong belief that Naruto will someday become a great Hokage. Snowbound conflict, secret mission. The movie opens with a heroine previously unseen in Naruto's continuity, Princess Fun, Princess Gale in the US version. Her enemy Mao confronts her team with an army of undead soldiers, and although his evil intentions seem overwhelming at first, Princess Fun and her allies Shishimaru, Brit, and Sukuyaku unleash the seven-colored chakra to defeat him. Naruto watches from afar, completely thrilled by the scene. It is then revealed that Naruto and the rest of Team 7 are merely watching a film. However, the noisy group angers the audience, who begin throwing objects at them, forcing the team to leave the theater before seeing the ending. While arguing with the manager, the actress who plays Princess Funyuki Fujikaze rides past on horseback, chased by armored men. Naruto, Sakura, and Sasuke quickly defeat the attackers, who turn out to be stuntmen disguised as bodyguards under Yuki's manager, Sandayu Asama. Kakashi arrives and clarifies the misunderstanding, explaining that he sent them to see the movie as preparation for their next mission, escorting Yuki to the Land of Snow during the filming of her next movie. It is then revealed that Yuki is actually the princess of the Land of Snow, Koyuki Kazahana. Her uncle, Doto Kazahana, and his team of rogue ninja overthrew the country when she was a child. Doto sought her crystal necklace to unlock a hidden treasure left by her father before his assassination. Kakashi was the one who rescued Yuki during the rebellion, and Sandayu had later found her working on stage and became her manager. After this discussion, the film director insists on continuing production, excited by the idea of having a real princess portray the princess in the movie. Doto soon arrives with his men and ninja subordinates via train, having melted the ice covering an abandoned railway system. When Sandayu leads 50 samurai to charge at them, Doto's mortar-equipped compartments unleash waves of kunai, massacring the entire group. As he clings to life, Sandayu tells Yuki not to cry for him before dying. Doto's blimp captures Yuki and flies away, but Naruto manages to cling to it using a kunai tied to a rope. Inside Doto's mansion, the rest of Team 7 eventually regroups after fighting and defeating the rogue ninja one by one. Doto then takes Yuki's crystal necklace and learns that the treasure of the Land of Snow is actually an energy generator capable of melting the snow and transforming the region into a land of spring. After battling Naruto and Sasuke, Doto is finally killed by Naruto's Rasengan, which is executed in a way reminiscent of Princess Fun's Rainbow Chakra attack on Mao. With Doto defeated and the rogue ninja eliminated, Yuki resumes her rightful role as princess. The Land of Snow gradually becomes the Land of Spring once the generator's technology is completed. Despite her royal duties, Yuki chooses to continue her career as an actress. At the end of the film, Naruto, who had desperately wanted her autograph, receives an envelope from Sasuke, drawing shocked looks from the rest of Team 7. Inside is a signed photo of Naruto bandaged and unconscious in the hospital while Yuki kisses him gently on the cheek. After the credits, the film crew of the Princess Fun movie shouts "Cut!" and celebrates together. The Gelel Stone Crisis. The story centers around a mysterious mineral known as the Gelel Stone, a rare substance with immense and enigmatic power. A clan once existed that could control this power, but they were destroyed long ago in endless wars fought over the stone. The film opens at night on a barren beach where Tsunagakure shinobi battle heavily armored soldiers. Despite the Sand Ninja's skill, the mysterious opponents overwhelm them with sheer brute force. Reinforcements led by Kankuro and Gaara arrive just in time. Kankuro shreds an armored suit with his puppet, and Gaara obliterates entire squads with his sand waterfall imperial funeral. But when Gaara orders a flare fire to illuminate the retreating forces, the Sand Shinobi are stunned to see a massive warship offshore, equipped with large cannons. The ship bombards the beach, and only Gaara sand armor protects the remaining troops from being annihilated. Meanwhile, Naruto, Sakura, and Shikamaru are on a mission to return a lost pet ferret to its village. Naruto repeatedly calls it a cat, a joke that continues through the entire movie. On their way back, the team is ambushed by a knight-like warrior and troops wearing the same bulky armor seen earlier. As they fight, Naruto, the knight, and the ferret fall off a cliff, separating them from Sakura and Shikamaru. While searching for Naruto, Sakura and Shikamaru feel a violent tremor, only to discover it isn't an earthquake but the movement of a gigantic mechanical fortress. They split up to continue searching. Naruto awakens bandaged beside the wounded knight in a peaceful caravan of nomads who own exotic animals like ostriches and rhinos. The elder explains they are the village that hired the leaf to retrieve the pet ferret, whose name is Narugi, and surprisingly, Narugi is older than even the clan elder, cared for by the clan for generations. The knight, Temujin, has no knowledge of chakra, even though he wields a similar energy. He tells Naruto he is working to build a utopia and invites Naruto to join him, but Naruto refuses just before the ostrich he's riding runs off on its own. Naruto follows Temujin when he sneaks away. Temujin saves a caravan child despite his injuries, declares his debt repaid, and continues on. Meanwhile, Shikamaru infiltrates the mechanical fortress and discovers a laboratory filled with children sealed inside capsules. Two armored women, Chimera and Ranke, oversee the operation and discuss something called the Gelel stones, which Shikamaru has never heard of. He narrowly escapes being discovered. Back at the caravan, Naruto learns Temujin has disappeared again. The elder scolds Naruto for not completing his mission and demands he find Narugi once more. Sakura finds traces of the caravan, and Naruto eventually locates Temujin, now accompanied by Neji, who demands he hand over the cat. Temujin reveals his name, and they soon arrive at the enormous metal vessel from earlier. Inside, it resembles a European-style cathedral. Temujin introduces Naruto to Haido, a charismatic leader dressed like a bishop who explains his grand plan for world peace and again invites Naruto to join them. Naruto declines, saying he plans to become Hokage instead, though he promises to spread peace. Narugi, perched on Temujin's shoulder, reacts negatively toward Haido. When Haido receives news that his fleet attacking the Land of Wind has been destroyed, Naruto and Temujin go to investigate the wrecked ship buried in the sand. Inside, Naruto finds Kankuro and a room full of unconscious children. Kankuro immediately attacks Temujin, revealing the ship was responsible for wiping out Wind Country villages. Temujin can only reply that these are noble sacrifices for the greater good. Before they clash, they're interrupted by Chimera and Ranka. Gaara and Kankuro engage them in battle. Chimera uses a genjutsu-like mind control, while Ranki transforms into a gorilla-like beast and attacks with massive lightning blasts. After a fierce battle, Gaara counters Ranka's lightning and kills her, while Chimera escapes with bat-like wings. Naruto and Temujin are separated, and the story shifts to the caravan being attacked by Haido's follower, Fugai. She destroys most of their wagons and animals while demanding to know the location of the Gelel stone. Shikamaru and Sakura arrive in time to defeat the soldiers, but Fugai transforms into a wolf-like beast and retreats. Shikamaru questions the elder about the stones, but he refuses to talk. When they mention searching for a friend, the elder realizes Naruto is with Temujin and begs them for help. Flashbacks show Temujin's past, his village destroyed, his family murdered, and the moment he met Haido. It is also revealed Temujin has a Gelel stone embedded in his body, which explains his red eyes. Temujin returns to what remains of the caravan and is captured by Shikamaru. Naruto reunites with the others, and the survivors hide inside a cave. Here, Temujin reveals his stone, and Kahiko tells him that only members of the royal family could bind Gelel stones to their bodies, meaning Temujin is of royal blood. The clan once refined the stones, but the power was so destructive that an entire civilization vanished in a single conflict. The remaining clan members sealed the stones away forever, believing the power too dangerous to exist. Temujin insists he only wants to create a utopia, then escapes. He had never actually been restrained, and kidnaps Kahiko to locate the Gelel mines. Narugi leads Naruto's group to the ruins, where Temujin and Kahiko enter the mines. Haido and his followers appear. Shikamaru accuses Haido of causing suffering, but Haido calls the deaths noble sacrifices. Temujin agrees grimly, but Naruto tells him dreams without friends are meaningless. In the mines, Haido reveals he has the Book of Gelel and easily overwhelms Naruto. Chimera and Fugai attack Shikamaru and Sakura to stop them from helping. Chimera toys with Shikamaru in the air until Kankuro appears, allowing him to trap her with a puppet. Sakura defeats Fugai by using crystal echoes to collapse the cavern on her. Deep in the mine, Haido extracts the Gelel stone from Temujin, revealing he was the one who killed Temujin's parents. Heido transforms into a monstrous form. The fake soldiers, actually the souls of abducted children, sacrifice themselves to protect Naruto and Temujin. Naruto urges Temujin to stand and fight. Combining Rasengan with the power of the Gelel stone, the two manage to destroy Heido. But in doing so, they destroy the key stabilizing the mine. The mine enters a catastrophic collapse. As everyone evacuates, only a portal formed by the royal seal can stop the destruction, but activating it requires a royal clan member to sacrifice their life. Temujin knocks out Naruto and prepares to give his life to atone for his sins, but just before he's consumed, Naruto's shadow clones grab him, refusing to let him die. The mine releases a burst of energy, transforming the wasteland into a lush oasis. Kahiko survives, and surprisingly, so does Narugui. The children awaken safely. Temujin wakes up with Naruto still clutching his arm, alive. They discover that the ominous picture in the ceiling chamber was never one of despair. It was one of hope. At the end, everyone gathers at the ocean, preparing to return to their homeland. Despite the ongoing conflicts there, Temujin vows to help rebuild. Naruto briefly thinks of joining them, much to the elders' annoyance, but ultimately stays with his own ninja. From a cliff, Naruto and Temujin exchange a final hand sign, promising each other that they will never give up. Guardians of the Moonlit Kingdom, Naruto Uzumaki, Kakashi Hatake, Sakura Haruno, and Rock Lee are assigned to a B-rank mission. Escort the Prince of the Land of the Moon, Michiru, during his world tour. Several bodyguards had already quit due to Michiru's spoiled and difficult personality. The Land of the Moon is extremely wealthy, so Michiru buys anything he wants without thinking, and his son, Hikaru, has adopted the same entitled materialistic attitude, a behavior that quickly starts to irritate Naruto. While Naruto eats ramen on the ship's deck and Hikaru plays on his handheld game console, Sakura leaves. Naruto accidentally snaps his chopsticks, and Hikaru arrogantly offers to make Naruto his vassal, promising to buy him anything he desires. Naruto rejects the offer, offended by the idea of being treated like a servant. Hikaru keeps pressuring him, prompting Naruto to snap back, telling him to stop looking down on others and act his age. Angry and embarrassed, Hikaru fires a toy suction cup arrow at Naruto's headband. Naruto nearly loses control and almost enters a one-tailed state. Furious, he snaps the toy arrow and grabs Hikaru, punching him on the head after telling him he doesn't care whether it hurts. Hikaru needs to learn he can't act however he wants. Hikaru runs away crying, and when Sakura sees Naruto hurting a kid, she punches Naruto into the ocean. During the trip, the caravan stops at a circus. Hikaru becomes fascinated with Chamu, a rare saber-toothed tiger. Michiru impulsively purchases not only the tiger, but the entire circus, placing it under the team's protection. Hikaru tries bonding with Chamu, but realizes the tiger hates humans. He quickly loses interest. Later, during a storm at sea, Hikaru appears unconcerned about the animal's safety, which disgusts Naruto. But when Chamu is swept overboard, Hikaru risks his life trying to help, and Naruto jumps in and saves them both. This marks the first step toward Hikaru earning Naruto's respect. The next day, Naruto, Sakura, and Lee warm up to Hikaru, and the boy slowly becomes friendlier. When the group finally returns to the Land of the Moon, they discover that the kingdom has been taken over by Shabadaba, a nobleman and former friend of Michiru. He has hired 3 powerful shinobi to help him seize control. Shabadaba has already disposed of the king and intends to eliminate both Michiru and Hikaru to secure the throne. Loyal soldiers help the group escape to a hidden cave where Michiru finds his father still alive but barely. Sakura heals his petrified arm enough to keep him alive for a short time. Before dying, the king confesses he anticipated something like this and had arranged the world trip to keep Michiru safe. His final message to Michiru and Hikaru is that people, not material possessions, are what truly matter. As the group attempts to escape by boat, the 3 ninja hired by Shabadaba attack. They disable Kakashi, Sakura, Lee, and Naruto, using a special poison that slows their reflexes. Michiru is captured, but Naruto taps into the Nine-Tails chakra and drives the attackers off before they can take Hikaru. At the palace, Shabadaba reveals he took over purely for money and personal luxury, the same shallow values Michiru once believed in. Michiru, shaken by the truth, realizes his father was right. Shabadaba sentences him to death using a slow hanging method, Michiru must stand on a fragile plank while wearing a noose, ensuring he will eventually fall and be executed. Using the circus Michiru purchased earlier, Kakashi team launches a rescue operation. Hikaru and loyal soldiers infiltrate the palace disguised as circus performers. One by one, Kakashi team engages their opponents. Kakashi fights numerous soldiers in the courtyard. Rock Lee battles one of the ninja using nunchaku that connect to hidden staffs in his leg weights, allowing him to form various weapons such as an extended staff and a chain whip. Sakuya faces Karenbana, who uses poison and genjutsu. Sakuya cleverly uses a falling chandelier to track her movements based on her heavy perfume and defeats her with a single punch, killing her instantly. Naruto takes on Ishidate, the leader of the three ninja, whose glove can petrify anything it touches. Naruto taps into the Nine-Tails chakra and overpowers him briefly, though his leg is affected by the petrification. Lee kills his opponent, Kongo, using the reverse lotus. Naruto and Hikaru push forward to save Michiru. Hikaru fires an arrow that severs the rope around his father's neck, and Naruto's shadow clones break the fall, saving them both. Furious, Ishidate tries to kill Naruto, but Shabadaba keeps shouting conflicting orders, distracting him. Ishidate loses control and accidentally petrifies Shabadaba, ending his rebellion. In the final showdown, Naruto, unable to use his leg, rides on Michiru's shoulders and charges Ishidate with a Rasengan. As the Rasengan catches the moonlight, it transforms into a glowing crescent moon Rasengan, which Naruto slams into Ishidate, annihilating him and shattering Shabadaba's petrified remains. Both villains are killed in the blast. With the kingdom saved, Michiru becomes king and vows to rule with compassion, just as his father once did. He begins exercising and dieting to change his lifestyle, and commits to reconnecting with Hikaru's mother, Amayo. Since Kakashi is immobilized, after overusing the Sharingan, the team stays in the land of the moon for a brief vacation while he recovers. 2 weeks later, Kakashi regains his strength, and Team 7 departs the nation, now celebrated as the saviors of the Crescent Moon Kingdom. King Michiru, recognizing what truly matters now, sets out to repair his family at last. Jiraiya's student harsh lessons. Not Naruto Shippuden, the movie. The movie opens with a shocking scene. Naruto battling a monstrous creature, only to be killed by it. Immediately after, the story jumps back a few days to explain how this future comes to be. A man named Yomi attacks a sacred shrine to retrieve the spirit of Morio, a demon who once tried to destroy the world and create a 1,000-year kingdom under his control. Because Morio lacks a physical form, Yomi offers his own body as a temporary vessel until Morio's true body, sealed in a separate shrine, can be recovered. The only individual capable of stopping Morio is a priestess named Shion. To eliminate this threat, Yomi awakens a massive stone army and dispatches 4 enhanced subordinates, each empowered with a chakra beast, to assassinate her. In response, Konoha deploys numerous advanced teams to stall the stone soldiers, while a special escort team Naruto, Sakura, Neji, and Lee is assigned to guard Shion and transport her safely to the shrine containing Morio's original body. The group quickly clashes with the 4 assassins, who burn themselves out, failing to kill Naruto. During the journey, Shion reveals a chilling prophecy. Naruto will soon die. Although Naruto rejects this prediction, Shion's attendant Taruto explains that Shion's foresight is absolute. Her visions always come true. Before they can reach the shrine, Yomi's subordinates ambush the escort team again, splitting them into smaller groups. Lee defeats his opponent by eating an alcoholic candy, triggering his drunken fist. Meanwhile, Naruto is restrained by another enemy. Neji orders Sakura to escape with Shikun, unaware that the 2 attackers he's fighting are actually one ninja using a puppet to stall him. This deception allows the true assassin to catch up to Sakura and Shion. Sakura is knocked out by an anesthetic jutsu, and Shion is apparently killed, until it's revealed the dead priestess is actually Taruto, who transformed into her to protect the real one. Shion explains her ability. At the moment of her death, her spirit jumps back in time, allowing her to evade death by letting someone die in her place. Naruto passionately vows that he won't die and that he will keep Shion alive no matter what. Meanwhile, Neji discovers that the remaining 3 assassins rely on a chakra supplier hidden nearby, Naruto is sent ahead with Shion, while Sakura and Lee trick their opponents into wasting chakra. When the assassins run dry and return to their supplier, Neji disables him, rendering the others powerless. Lee and Sakura finish them off. At the mountain shrine, Naruto and Shion encounter the Stone Army once more. Their first attempt to force their way through ends with both of them falling off a cliff. Naruto then devises a new strategy and promises again to protect Shion with his life. He holds off the entire Stone Army with shadow clones while Shion enters the temple to begin the sealing ritual. But Yomi is already inside. He commands terracotta warriors to attack her and successfully tricks Shion into beginning the ritual with him inside the barrier, allowing Morio's spirit to merge with his body. Kakashi, Temari, and others arrive to destroy the remaining soldiers just as Naruto reaches Shion. Overwhelmed with guilt, she breaks down, believing that everyone who died was wasted. Moments later, Morio bursts free, fully revived, and flies into the sky. Naruto engages him while Yomi's lifeless body drops into the lava below. Morio taunts Shion, revealing that her mother used the same sealing power and that her ability would allow him to fuse with her if she gets close enough, implying that Naruto's predicted death is imminent. Determined to change Naruto's fate, Shion throws herself in front of the fatal blow, using her power to shield him even at the cost of her own life. Naruto stops her just before she dies, reminding her of his promise to protect her and encouraging her to choose life. Together, Naruto and Shion unleash a combined attack, the Super Chakra Rasengan, annihilating Morio and erupting the shrine into a massive volcano. With the demon destroyed, Naruto asks Shion what she plans to do next. She explains that because Morio was born from human malice, another demon like him could appear someday. She intends to pass her power to future priestesses, and then, indirectly but boldly, asks Naruto if he would help her with that. Everyone is stunned. Naruto, misunderstanding her meaning completely, cheerfully agrees. Undercover at Tenchi Bridge. During Sakura's fight with Sasori, she learns that a spy working within Orochimaru's ranks is scheduled to meet Sasori soon. This contact could lead them directly to Sasuke. Konoha resolved to continue training. Wings of the Sky. Bonds tested. A mysterious group of ninja from the Land of the Sky launches a sudden assault on Konoha, seeking revenge because Konoha nearly wiped out their nation during the Second Shinobi World War. The attackers cause large-scale chaos using winged mechanical devices that allow the Sora Nin to fly and bombard the village. Around the same time, a young boy travels a great distance to reach Konoha. His village has been attacked, and he searches desperately for his sensei, who is currently in Konoha, so they can return together and heal the wounded. A three-man team consisting of Naruto, Sakura, and Hinata is assigned to accompany the boy, Amaru, along with his sensei Shinyu, in order to assist the village. The team travels through a forest filled with eerie creatures and poisonous wildlife, crossing the river on small boats. Suddenly, a Soranin scout appears overhead. Sakura, Hinata, and Shino hide by the riverside, while Naruto and Amaru dive underwater. During the dive, Amaru drops a scalpel, an important gift from her beloved sensei, and swims down after it, becoming trapped in reeds. Naruto frees Amaru and drags her beneath the boat. When he helps her back up, he accidentally discovers Amaru is actually a girl, noticing her corset and chest. Naruto blushes just before a poisonous piranha-like fish bites him, knocking him unconscious. He later wakes up still blushing because Amaru had sucked the poison from his thigh to save him. When Naruto awkwardly asks if she is indeed a girl and jokes about her having feelings for her sensei, she slaps him. Meanwhile, in Konoha, the Soranin retreat after running out of chakra needed to maintain flight. Konoha sends a special team to locate their base. Sai approaches their airborne ships using inkbirds to provoke them, while Shikamaru and Kakashi wait to infiltrate. The fourth member, Shino, is assigned to sabotage the enemy base. Elsewhere, at Orochimaru's hideout, Orochimaru's condition worsens as his body transfer technique nears expiration. Kabuto tends to him and informs Sasuke of the Soranin attack, but Sasuke shows no concern. Orochimaru orders Sasuke to capture a man capable of helping perfect the reincarnation technique. Naruto's team finally reaches Amaru's village, only to find it devastated, with parts in ruins and no villagers in sight. Amaru searches frantically until she triggers a trap that fires a volley of kunai. Her sensei, Shinu, shields her, taking fatal wounds. Naruto, Sakura, and Hinata arrive too late. Shino dies in front of Amaru. Once she regains her composure, they resume the search. Sasuke, also en route to the village, moves closer. While searching separately, Sakura reunites with Naruto, who is staring at ruins in the distance. They investigate together and encounter an enormous monster calling itself the Zero Tails, a tailed beast-like entity that feeds on the darkness within human hearts. It has taken over Amaru. Sakura is quickly overpowered and loses consciousness. Sensing immense darkness inside Naruto, the Zero Tails taunts him and urges him to use the Nine Tails power, claiming he cannot save anyone otherwise. Triggered by memories of his failure to save Sasuke, Naruto becomes emotionally unstable and transforms, first into his initial Jinchuriki form, then Three Tails, and finally into the Four-Tailed state. The battle rages until a seal placed on him by Jiraiya detaches, reminding Naruto of how this power harms his friends. He forces himself back to normal. Naruto pleads with Amaru to reject the darkness, and she manages to drive the Zero Tails out. Sakura wakes up in Naruto's arms and slaps him out of embarrassment. They split up. Naruto continues searching for villagers while Hinata and Sakura return to Konoha for reinforcements. Amaru is meant to go with them but stays behind to help Naruto. They soon find ancient ruins mentioned earlier by Shino and enter. To their shock, Shino is inside, alive. He speaks of conquering the world using the power of darkness. Amaru excitedly runs to embrace him, but Naruto notices something is wrong. Shino mocks Amaru for trusting him. He reveals he has spent 15 years researching the power of darkness and found the true source in Konoha. All he now needs is a secret reincarnation scroll. He then transforms into a youthful muscular form. Naruto attacks but is repeatedly overpowered and injured. Shino tries to force Naruto into using the Nine Tails chakra. Amaru, devastated, recalls how Shinya once saved her from a strange illness that caused everyone else to reject her. Naruto urges her not to abandon her feelings. When she finally confesses her love for Shino, he laughs cruelly. Naruto lands a hit, but it seems ineffective. Suddenly, Sasuke appears, striking Shino with Chidori Senbon, attacking his cells and forcing him to revert. Sasuke explains that Orochimaru needs Shino's knowledge. Shino hands Sasuke a scroll, claiming it's all the information required, then escapes. Sasuke chases him. Naruto tells Amaru to find the villagers while he follows Sasuke. He finds Sasuke in a chamber containing a cocoon absorbing dark chakra. Shino has fused with the cocoon and attacks both of them. Their jutsu fail as the cocoon absorbs all chakra. Using tentacle-like limbs, Shino restrains them and drains their chakra. Sasuke activates Curse Mark Level 1, releasing Dark Chakra. Naruto realizes the plan and enters his initial Jinchuriki form, channeling chakra into the Zero Tails. This allows him to break free using clones before launching a Tornado Rasengan. Sasuke ascends to Curse Mark Level 2 and uses Chidori Katana to sever the creature's power. The cocoon, now fully merged with Shino, goes berserk. Amaru locates Hinata and the captured villagers, freeing them all. They escape aboard a flying lifeboat. Naruto races toward them and orders Amaru to leave. She refuses, but Sasuke throws her aboard. Naruto then forces Sasuke onto the lifeboat with a Rasengan, whispering words only Sasuke can hear before Sasuke takes off, using his cursed wings. Remembering Jiraiya's words about his unbreakable resolve, Naruto creates countless shadow clones and uses the Guts Rasengan to destroy the ruins completely. The entire structure collapses, sending Naruto falling into the sea. From the lifeboat, Amaru spots him, and using stolen Sora Nin wings, dives to catch him. She removes the wings and embraces him as they fall, just before Jiraiya arrives riding Gamabunta to catch both and save them. Later, Naruto awakens in Amaru's arms. Sasuke returns to Orochimaru with the scroll. Orochimaru asks if anything interesting happened. Sasuke ignores the question and leaves to resume training, remembering Naruto's whispered promise. "I'll definitely bring you back to Konoha." The Akatsuki Assault. Once Kakashi finishes recovering, he gathers Naruto, Sakura, and Sai to analyze their failed attempt to retrieve Sasuke. Kakashi concludes the best way for Naruto to catch up to Sasuke is to create an entirely new jutsu. Fire ignites. The story centers on the potential outbreak of a fourth shinobi world war when ninja with Kekkei Genkai abilities begin disappearing from Kumogakure, Iwagakure, Kirigakure, and Tsunagakure. Team Kakashi is assigned to follow the traces of the missing Kekkei Genkai users, leading them to Mount Shumisen, located between the Land of Earth and Kusagakurum. While flying on his ink bird, Sai is suddenly attacked by a strange bird that fires explosive tag-like feathers. Naruto disobeys Kakashi's orders to stay on mission and runs toward the crash site, insisting that he will not abandon Sai. Chimera-type creatures appear and attack them, but the group defeats them quickly, though Naruto is injured. Back in Konoha, Kakashi gives Tsunade a report and privately worries that he might be the next target. Tsunade tells him to relax. At the hospital, Kakashi gives Naruto his bells from their first drill and tells him to fix them since Naruto had crushed them. Meanwhile, Tsunade sends Onbyu to Mount Shumisen to investigate. There, a mysterious ninja and his followers absorb the ANBU's chakra and use their Earth Nature chakra against them. That night, the same mysterious ninja appears in the skies above all 5 great shinobi villages. He introduces himself as Haruko, a shinobi of Konohagakure, and claims he has stolen the Kekkei Genkai of the 4 missing ninja using the Chimera technique. He declares his intention to obtain a 5th Kekkei Genkai, which will make him immortal, and announces the beginning of the 4th Shinobi World War. Because Haruko introduced himself as a Konoha shinobi, the other villages believe Konoha is behind the incident. Rumors spread that Konoha is preparing a rebellion, and the other nations begin gathering troops at the Land of Fire's border. The Fire Daimyo orders Tsunade to arrest the person responsible and prove Konoha's innocence. If she fails, the Land of Fire will be forced to destroy Konoha to maintain world peace. Tsunade arranges a secret meeting with Gaara to discuss the situation, but on the way, Gaara team is attacked by a bird-like creature that traps them in an avalanche. Meanwhile, Haruko explains that the Chimera technique can only absorb 4 Kekkei Genkai by itself, and that certain conditions, specifically the light of an annular eclipse occurring in 2 days, are required to absorb the 5th Kekkei Genkai and achieve immortality. That same night, Haruko appears inside Kakashi's dream and activates a puppet curse he placed on Kakashi 10 years earlier in order to steal his Sharingan. Kakashi asks Tsunade for permission to leave the village for the sake of Konoha. Before he departs, he asks Tsunade to place a special seal on him that will automatically trigger Kamui the moment Haruko tries to absorb him. Later that night, Shikamaru visits Asuma's grave while Kakashi visits Obito's. Kakashi asks Shikamaru to tell Naruto that he is leaving the village and that Naruto must not follow him. Naruto sees Kakashi leaving and gives chase, but Shikamaru stops him and repeats Kakashi's message. At the Hokage's office, Tsunade orders the Konoha 11 to stay away from Kakashi and labels him a missing nin for secrecy. After everyone leaves, she privately tells Shikamaru the truth and trusts him to do what is needed as the leader. Sakura later returns to free Naruto from the holding cell Shikamaru put him in, and the two of them escape the village to rescue Kakashi. The Konoha 11 are immediately sent after them. The next day, Tsunagakure prepares for war at the border, believing Konoha attacked Gaara. As Naruto and Sakura pursue Kakashi, they encounter the Konoha 11, who try to bring them back. Naruto repeats what Kakashi once told Team 7 during their bell test, that ninja who abandon the rules are scum, but ninja who abandon their comrades are even worse. This changes the minds of some of the others, but their argument is interrupted when Ichi, one of Haruko's followers, appears using chimera snakes to slow them down. Team Guy stays behind to hold him off. At the next checkpoint, another chimera user named Ni appears, and Team 8 remains behind to delay her. Naruto, Sakura, and Team 10 continue forward. At the next gate, they encounter San, who rides a large bird that fires explosive feathers. Team 10 sticks to the mission and tries to stop Naruto and Sakura, but Sai appears on his ink bird, blinds San with a flash bomb, and flies away with Naruto and Sakura. Team 10 stays to fight San. Rock Lee and Neji defeat Ichi using front lotus and 8 trigrams palm rotation, while Tenten distracts him. Team 8 defeats Ni using Insect Sphere and a trap made by Shano. Team 10 gains the advantage over San when Shikamaru restrains him with shadow possession and Ino uses mind-body switch to question him. San breaks free and summons Ichi and Ni, then fuses all three of them with the Chimera technique, creating a giant monster. Meanwhile, Gaara thinks about what Jiraiya said to him during Gaara recovery, that Kakashi or even Naruto might be the ones to defeat Haruko, and it depends on whether Gaara believes in them. As war is about to break out between Konoha and Suna, Jiraiya appears on top of Gamabunta with proof that Gaara is still alive. Suna retreats. Gaara then intercepts Naruto, Sakura, and Sai. He says Naruto's will is not aligned with Kakashi's intentions. Naruto refuses to back down, saying he will not allow Kakashi to sacrifice himself. They fight, and Naruto breaks through Gaara's sand shield and punches him. The rest of the Konoha 11 defeat the giant Chimera. Choji grows into a giant with multi-size technique. Kiba and Akamaru destroy its wings. Hinata and Neji hit it with 8 trigrams attacks. Lee kicks it into a mountain. Tenten finishes it with twin rising dragons loaded with explosive tagged kunai. Naruto reaches the final gate and realizes it is a place from a past mission. When he grabs Kakashi's arm, he sees the seal. Sai explains what the seal does. Shikamaru catches up and reveals Tsunede's plan. The seal will help defeat Haruko, but Kakashi must die in the process. Naruto refuses to accept this. He says he will protect Konoha's future children too, but he won't let anyone decide who must die. Shikamaru sees Asume's will in Naruto and decides to support him, protecting him from exploding barrier tags. He acknowledges that Naruto has inherited the will of fire. Naruto enters the temple as the eclipse begins. Haruko starts absorbing Kakashi. At the last second, Kakashi's Mangekyo Sharingan activates and the Kamui space distorts. Naruto creates shadow clones, breaks through the Kamui slime, and pulls Kakashi out. Kakashi wakes up and acknowledges that the plan has failed. Haruko releases a massive amount of chakra, destroying the surrounding area. He summons the Chimera beast that the Konoha 11 were restraining. Shikamaru, Sakura, and Sai fight it while Naruto and Kakashi face Haruko. Shikamaru identifies Haruko's weak spot, his hollow chest, intended for Kakashi. Naruto and Kakashi attack Haruko, but he absorbs Big Ball Rasengan and Lightning Cutter. He counterattacks with Naruto's own Rasengan and Kakashi's Lightning Cutter. As a last resort, Naruto forms Wind Release Rasen Shuriken and drives it directly into Haruko's chest. Haruko tries to absorb it but cannot copy the high-level blend of shape and nature transformation. The Rasen Shuriken detonates and destroys him. As he dies, Haruko asks Kakashi what he did wrong. Kakashi explains that Haruko used others to cover his weaknesses and sought perfection alone instead of forming bonds. Haruko sees visions of Tsunade, Jiraiya, Orochimaru, Hiruzen, and others, people who might have helped him if he had reached out. Kakashi says both of them made the same mistake. Haruko dies acknowledging his failure. Kakashi sees everyone cheering Naruto and admits Naruto has long surpassed him. Gaara returns to his army and orders a retreat. Jiraiya and the Suna Shinobi talk about the new generation surpassing the old and decide to entrust the future to them. The movie ends on Mount Shumisen with Kakashi talking about Obito. He smiles at Naruto, and Naruto calls the smile creepy. The Konoha 11 tease Kakashi about his type, causing Naruto to panic and run away while Kakashi chases him, insisting it's a misunderstanding. A fight for freedom. A discussion takes place about a mysterious box between Omoi, Karui, Samui, and Mabui. Suddenly, gas fills the room, knocking everyone unconscious. A hooded figure appears and attacks the sleeping Raikage. Just before the attack lands, the figure stops, noticing the Raikage standing above him. The hooded intruder dodges A's strike and fights him evenly. During the battle, A tears the hood off, revealing the attacker to be Naruto Uzumaki. Using A's moment of shock, the figure escapes just as Team Samui and Mabui regain consciousness. A orders them to summon Killer Bee. In Konoha, Tsunade announces that Naruto is wanted for attempting to assassinate the Raikage and for killing Jonin from both Kumogakure and Iwagakure. She shows Team Kakashi wanted posters from Iwagakure and Kurigakure. Naruto and Sakura refuse to believe this, but Tsunade states that Naruto will be imprisoned in Hozuki Castle, a criminal containment facility known as Blood Prison. Naruto tries to escape, but Yamato restrains him, and Tsunade confiscates his forehead protector. When Naruto arrives at Hozuki Castle, Mui, the prison head, immediately places the fire release, Heavenly Prison seal on him, preventing Naruto from using his chakra. Naruto quickly learns this when using shadow clones. The seal activates, causing tremendous pain and knocking him out. Later, Naruto is captured by Moroi, who works for Mui. When he's brought to a lab, Moi realizes that the Naruto they caught is only a clone. The real Naruto attempts to escape but collapses from the seal's pain and is captured again, being placed in solitary confinement. While locked away, a mysterious voice tells him that defeating Mui will break the seal. After being released, Naruto attacks Mui, but the seal incapacitates him once more, sending him back to solitary. During this confrontation, Moi questions why Naruto remains loyal to Konoha, asking why loyalty matters to him at all. After being released again, Naruto finds that many prisoners now look up to him. Naruto attempts another escape by knocking out a guard and taking his uniform. His shadow clone distracts others as he reaches the island's edge, where Ryuzetsu stops him. Naruto ignores her warning and jumps into the whirlpool, nearly drowning before Ryuzetsu rescues him. Naruto, who initially mistook her for a boy, realizes she is a girl and learns her mission: kill Mui and stop the box of ultimate bliss. She reveals that Mui sacrificed his son Muku to the box and that Naruto was framed. She asks for Naruto's help, and he agrees. The next day, Naruto challenges Mui again, loses due to the seal, and is returned to solitary. Ryuzetsu tries to stab Mui, but instead attacks Moroi. Moroi then admits he is not truly loyal to Mui, only to whatever benefits him and allies with her. Naruto collects natural energy during solitary using a clone, planning to use Sage Mode. He and Ryuzetsu stage a massive fake battle causing chaos. Moroi encourages the prisoners to revolt, and a large-scale riot breaks out. In the chaos, Moroi uses a technique from above, while Naruto searches for the box of ultimate bliss. Naruto finds the box but is captured by Mui, who extracts Naruto's chakra to power it. The box activates, granting Mui's wish by resurrecting Muku as an adult. However, Muku impales Mui and knocks out Kazan, then transforms into Satori. Naruto enters Sage Mode and attacks, attempting a Big Ball Rasengan on the box, but fails. He engages Satori but cannot touch him because Satori predicts all his moves. Naruto summons Gamabunta, but even together they cannot land a hit. Naruto eventually runs out of natural energy, allowing Satori to overpower him and defeat Gamabunta. The Mysterious Chakra. Tsunade sends Team Kakashi to its alternate Naruto. The movie opens with a flashback to the nine-tailed demon fox's attack on Konoha. It then jumps to the present where the 8 members of Akatsuki, who should all be dead, appear alive and battle the Konoha shinobi. Their sudden reappearance unsettles Sakura, but Shikamaru tells the others that questioning why they're alive is pointless, and quickly forms a counter-strategy. Before he can finish, Naruto charges toward Akatsuki on his own, forcing the rest of the Konoha, 11, Sayai, Kakashi, and Gae to join the fight. The battle continues until Naruto is captured by Kakuzu. Sai frees him by slicing off part of Kakuzu's arm, and the Akatsuki retreat. Afterward, Naruto and his friends return to Konoha. Many of Naruto's peers are congratulated by their families, who promise to write letters recommending them for promotion to Jonin. Sakura argues with her own parents, who embarrass her. On his walk home, Naruto sees many families together, which makes him think of his own parents and deepens his loneliness. Later, at Ichiraku Ramen, Naruto asks Iruka for a recommendation letter, but Iruka refuses, reminding him he is still only a Genin and must rise through the ranks like Minato and every other Jonin. Feeling misunderstood and isolated, Naruto storms off, complaining that he doesn't even like the extra menma in his ramen, highlighting how alone he feels. He then meets Sakura, who also stormed out after fighting with her family. She grabs Naruto's hand and drags him on a date, venting about her parents. Suddenly, Tobi appears. After a short scuffle, he activates the limited Tsukuyomi. Naruto and Sakura are pulled into a flash of light. When they open their eyes, they are still in the same park, but with no trace of Tobi or a battle. They encounter friends, including Sasuke, alive, cheerful, and flirtatious. Everyone has reversed personalities and no one has heard of Tobi. Naruto and Sakura realize they have been transported into another world. Here, Sakura's father, not Minato, was the 4th Hokage, and Naruto is known as Menmei. Sakura quickly enjoys her newfound freedom and status in this world. Naruto, meanwhile, hurries to his apartment hoping to see his parents, but discovers he no longer lives there. Back in reality, Tobi reveals the Akatsuki in the opening battle were only Zetsu clones. In the Genjutsu world, a masked man meets Tobi, and the two agree to cooperate. Meanwhile, Sakura finds a Hokage coat belonging to her father in this world and realizes again that Minato was never the Hokage here. She meets Sasuke, who flirts with her and offers her a flower. The next day, she and Naruto begin gathering information about the altered world. While Sakura enjoys being loved and respected because of her father, Naruto wants to return home immediately. They meet Tsunade and Shizune, who explain that a masked man attacked Kumogakure and killed its Jinchuriki, most likely Tobi. They then meet Naruto's parents, who are both alive here. Minato explains Jiraiya died while retrieving the Red Moon Scroll, a scroll said to be essential to saving the world. Tsunade allows Naruto and Sakura to accompany Minato and Kushina on their mission. Sakura is shocked that Naruto's parents are Minato and Kushina. Naruto, however, is furious that Tobi would copy his dead parents, and he vows to break the Genjutsu. Sakura remains conflicted, unsure if she wants to leave this happy world. While resting on the mission, Naruto avoids interacting with Minato and Kushina. Later, the group encounters Gamabunta, Gamahiro, and Gamaken. Naruto tries to enter Sage Mode, but Kushina intervenes to protect him and is injured by Gamabunta's acid. Minato saves them and retrieves the scroll, dispelling the giant summoning. As Sakura heals Kushina, Minato tells Naruto that nothing he does will stop them from protecting him. It is what parents naturally do. Kushina wakes up and hugs Naruto, causing him to break down and accept them as his parents. The group returns to the village, and Tsunade locks the scroll away until the prophesied Red Moon Night. As Naruto hurries home, Sakura walks around the village feeling isolated now that she has experienced Naruto's loneliness firsthand. She sees families everywhere and notices that this version of Sasuke is simply a shallow flirt. She realizes Naruto was right, they must break the Genjutsu. She heads to Naruto's house but sees him happily spending time with Minato and Kushina, making her wonder whether leaving is the right choice after all. Later, Sakura asks Naruto if he wants to stay. Naruto denies it, but privately admits he does not want to leave. Suddenly, an explosion strikes the Hokage's office. The masked man from earlier demands the Red Moon Scroll and easily defeats Minato, Kushina, and Tsunade. Naruto and Sakura arrive and they realize he is connected to Tobi. He overwhelms them and kidnaps Sakura, demanding the scroll in exchange. He then uses Great Spiraling Ring, destroying a large section of Konoha, and escapes. Naruto prepares to rescue Sakura, but Minato and Kushina try to stop him, terrified he will die, showing that these parents behave differently from the real Minato and Kushina. Naruto steals Minato's kunai and the scroll and leaves wearing Sakura's father's Hokage cloak. Sakura wakes tied up and encounters Tobi, in ghost form, who explains they are in an old training ground used by Minato and Jiraiya. Naruto confronts the masked man, but stomach pains disrupt his movements. The masked man summons the 9 masked beasts and prepares to kill Naruto when the Akatsuki arrive, hired by Tsunade to protect him. They fight the beast while Naruto battles the masked man. Itachi rescues Sakura, and Tobi flees. The masked beasts are defeated and revert to 9 fox cubs. Naruto chases the masked man into the training ground. Using Sage Mode and Wind Release Rasen Shuriken, Naruto's attack clashes with the masked man's Great Spiraling Ring. Their attacks cancel out, destroying the masked man's mask, revealing Menmei, this world's Naruto. Menmei explains that the pulsing in Naruto's stomach is Kurama, reacting to the Black Nine-Tails, which resides inside Menma. Menma reabsorbs the defeated beasts and summons the Black Nine-Tails. Naruto freezes, unable to attack and the Akatsuki retreat with Sakura. Not wanting to be manipulated again, Kurama offers to cooperate with Naruto. Naruto summons the real Kurama outside his body, and together they battle the Black Nine-Tails. Naruto narrowly wins, but Tobai reveals this outcome was intentional. His goal was to force the 2 foxes to fight, weakening Kurama enough for him to possess Menma. Kurama warns Naruto not to look into Menma's Sharingan. Tobi attempts to extract Kurama from Naruto just as he once did to Kushina. Menma overpowers Naruto. Naruto tries using the Red Moon Scroll. The moon has turned red, but Menma slices the scroll. Naruto accidentally looks into Menma's eyes and loses his memory. Sakura rescues him before Kurama can be extracted. Naruto, dazed and confused, stares at the destroyed scroll. Memories slowly return, especially those of Jiraiya teaching him the Rasengan and of Minato as its creator. Naruto breaks the Genjutsu in time to rescue Sakura and defeats Tobi the same way Minato once did. The limited Tsukuyomi collapses. Tobai's ghost form attacks, but Minato and Kushina appear and help repel him. Tobi retreats, and the Genjutsu world dissolves. Naruto thanks Minato and Kushina as they rush to comfort Menma, who has returned to being their son. Naruto and Sakuri return to their real world. Naruto's Hokage coat evaporates, revealing it was part of the illusion. They report the events to Tsunade and Kakashi, and security around the village is increased since Tobi infiltrated far too easily. Tsunade also brings up the recommendation letters from the start and states she has no intention of promoting any of Naruto's friends to Jonin. Walking home, Naruto sees Sakura happily reunite with her parents. He invites her on a date, but she reminds him they just returned from the longest one ever, shocking him. Back at home, Naruto finds Iruka waiting to apologize. Afterward, Naruto joyfully leaps across rooftops, stating that the road of a ninja is one who endures. After the credits, the Ichiraku Ramen sign changes the word Menma. Fourth Shinobi World War. Confrontation. Naruto returned to the Falls of Truth with Killer Bee to begin training in his newly obtained Nine-Tails Chakra mode, Folk Last Journey. The film begins with a flashback explaining Kaguya Otsutsuki consuming the Chakra Fruit, the birth of the Ten Tails, and the Sage of Six Paths stopping the beast and creating the Tailed Beasts. It then transitions to the battles between Asura Otsutsuki and Indra Otsutsuki, Tamara Uchiha, and Hashirama Senju, leading up to the final conflict between Naruto Uzumaki and Sasuke Uchiha. Before enrolling in the academy, a young Hinata Hyuga is seen being bullied by boys because of her Byakugan, calling her a monster. This causes her to cry. Naruto shows up and tells the boys to back off, proclaiming he'll be the future Hokage. However, the boys outnumber him, easily beating him up and tearing his red scarf. Hinata thanks Naruto for his efforts, and Naruto lets her keep the scarf since it's ruined, unaware that this was the moment when the young girl's affections for him began. Sometime later at the academy, Iruka Umino tells his students to write down the name of the person they would want to be with if the world were to end that day. Naruto tries to act tough towards Sakura Haruno, but she ignores him for Sasuke. Meanwhile, Hinata is unsure whose name to write. She notices Naruto making a paper plane with his paper, which leads him to be scolded by Iruka. Naruto goes on to state that he has no friends or family, and that the world isn't going to end. Seeing this, Hinata happily writes Naruto's name on her paper. 2 years after the Fourth Shinobi World War, Hiyashi Hyuga, accompanied by two subordinates, meets Toneri Otsutsuki outside Konoha and asks for an answer to his earlier proposition, stating that the fate of the Hyuga clan depends on Hiyashi's answer. He declines Toneri's offer, engaging in combat. Hiyashi is overwhelmed by Toneri's puppet army and trapped in a cave in Konoha. Naruto is invited to teach academy students taijutsu, much to the joy of the young boys. This lesson is interrupted by a crowd of young girls who greatly admire Naruto, much to his confusion. Choji and Shikamaru notice how popular he's become since the war. He has since received various gifts from Konoha villagers and from young women smitten with him as the hero of the world. Later, Konohamaru meets with Naruto and wishes to take him to his late grandfather's old storage shed, claiming there's something for him there. Hinata knits a red scarf in remembrance of the one Naruto used to wear back in the academy, intending to give it to him at the Rinne festival as a personal gift of love when she confesses her feelings for him. She is later found by Sakura, who encourages her to give him the gift and win his heart. Meanwhile, the Five Kage, 6th Hokage Kakashi Hatake, 5th Kazekage Gaara, 5th Mizukage Mei Terumi, 4th Rekage A, and 3rd Tsuchikage Onoki have an emergency meeting regarding the threat of the moon, which is revealed to be falling out of orbit and onto Earth. They deduce that if nothing is done soon, the moon will break apart and crash into Earth, killing all life on the planet. At night, Hinata finishes her gift for Naruto and attempts to give it to him, but her shyness stops her. Hanabi Hyuga playfully encourages her to give it to him while warning her sister that there are various girls after him now. Hinata meets Naruto, Sakura, Ino, and Choji at Ramen Ichiraku. Just as she sits down to eat, 3 kunoichi show up and start being affectionate toward Naruto. After seeing this, Hinata decides to leave, and Sakura tells Naruto to walk her home. However, Naruto doesn't understand why he has to, given Hinata's powerful abilities. Sakura catches up to Hinata, telling her that Naruto is very dense about love due to not having anyone in his life express it for him, and assures Hinata that she'll be able to win him over if she's confident enough. Meanwhile, various puppets secretly invade Konoha and raid the Hyuga estate, kidnapping Hanabi in the process. On the outskirts of the village, Sei paints a portrait and spots one of Hanabi's captors flying overhead. He follows behind after a quick chase, but Sai is taken down by a blast. Back in Konoha, in front of Naruto's home, Hinata practices her confession but is interrupted by Naruto's arrival. After noticing a scarf around Naruto's neck, Hinata's stomach growls. This notion causes Naruto to invite Hinata to eat ramen in his apartment, but she runs off, embarrassed, much to his confusion. As Hinata sits on a park swing, she begins to cry, saying she's happy for him, and thinking that she's lost her chance to be with him. Just then, Toneri appears before Hinata, claiming that he came for her. She's rendered unconscious by Toneri, who affirms the strength of her chakra. As Naruto shows up and gives chase, he is able to save her from her kidnapper. But the scarf she knitted is ripped as a result of her chakra being distorted. Toneri leaves a message that the end of mankind is approaching, and he will return for Hinata. As he leaves, Naruto and Hinata witness a meteor crash outside the village with Hanabi captured by Toneri. Naruto, Hinata, Sakura, and Shikamaru are deployed by Kakashi to rescue her. To accommodate for the mission, Shikamaru is given a special clock only held by the Five Kage, which apparently counts down the time till doomsday. As the group follows Toneri's trail, courtesy of Sai, Hinata finds Hanabi's kunai and puts it in her bag. Naruto sees the ripped scarf. They eventually find a cave with a secret path towards Tsunade's location. Hinata is unable to use her Byakugan due to the lake distorting her vision for an unknown reason. Naruto proceeds to make sure his scarf is not wet, proclaiming it to be special to him. Sakura states that it can't be that important, and Hinata feels upset. Sai realizes that the water is incapable of making them wet. They dive into the lake only to discover it's a genjutsu. Toneri traps them in their own memories from the past. As Naruto recalls his fight with Kiba Inusuka in the Chūnin Exams, Hinata's scarf begins to wrap around Naruto, and her memories flood into his, causing him to remember her fight with Pain, her confession of love to him, her writing his name on her paper in the academy, and Hinata and Sakura's talk about giving him the scarf. Naruto is left utterly bewildered by how much she's loved him for so long. Before it can sink in, Sakura dispels the genjutsu placed on everyone as they descend further. Hinata is found by Toneri, who calls her the Byakugan princess and announces his desire for them to be married. Hinata refuses, demanding the safe return of her sister. Toneri then reveals that he's taken her sister's Byakugan, and if Hinata agrees to his proposal, he will spare both Hinata and Hanabi's lives, and eventually return Hanabi's Byakugan. While Sakura, Sai, and Shikamaru fight against the gatekeeper of the spring, Naruto returns to protect Hinata and fights Toneri. Only for the two to realize Toneri is a puppet. The Toneri puppet explains he will return in person to hear Hinata's answer. Now, knowing Toneri is targeting Hinata, Naruto proclaims he will not let Hinata out of his sight, now having realized his own romantic feelings for her as well. With this, Hinata notices Naruto isn't wearing his scarf anymore. The team arrives outside the cave, seeing an artificial sun inside the moon. They make their way to an abandoned shinobi village of the Otsutsuki clan. At some point, Toneri takes Hanabi's Byakugan, which he remarks is incredibly pure. After he implants them in his own empty eye sockets, awakening the Tenseigen sealed by Hamada's descendants over the last millennium, he tells his guards he will go after Hinata, but not until his eyes are adjusted. As Naruto and Hinata spend more time together, she remains humorously oblivious to his love for her. As Hinata runs into a spider web, she screams, and Naruto rushes to her. He picks the web out of her hair, making her blush. Hinata asks why Naruto took up his scarf, to which Naruto states he feels fine without it. Naruto then falls down some stairs and hurts his back. With Naruto unable to reach his bruised spot, Hinata proceeds to rub ointment on his back, which leaves Naruto rather pleased. As they search the ruins, Shikamaru realizes Toneri's plan and that he is the orchestrator of the falling moon. With Hinata's arrival, a monument of the clan awakens for her, revealing a puppet which calls her the Byakugan Princess and shows her a version of Hamada. Hamada awakens her latent Hamada chakra, transfers his own, and orders her to stop Toneri, as only she can destroy the Tensai gun. Hinata awakens and tells the others what she saw was nothing. Later that night, Naruto follows Hinata to a pond, seeing her knit away at the scarf. Naruto consoles her when Hinata thinks she's a horrible big sister, since she just knits a scarf rather than spending more energy to find her sister. Naruto disagrees, recounting the amount of time and energy she's been putting into finding Hanabi. When Hinata thanks him for his reassuring kindness, a flustered Naruto accidentally reveals his newfound feelings for her, leaving her greatly shocked. However, the tender moment is interrupted by Toneri's arrival. This time, Hinata freely goes with Toneri after giving the refurbished scarf to Naruto before having his chakra drained by Toneri. Naruto chases after him and Hinata, only to be shocked by Hinata not denying Toneri's statement that they would soon be married. The resulting explosion of Naruto's vast chakra destroys a massive part of the moon and shreds Hinata's scarf yet again, leaving her heartbroken. As Toneri assaults Naruto, forcing him to put her into a slumber back on Earth, the various hidden villages defend themselves against the crashing meteorites as they protect civilians all over from Toneri's genocidal assault. Rock Lee and others fail to completely destroy a huge meteor. Sasuke arrives and saves Konoha from certain doom, revealing he rescued Hiashi. Sasuke then declares he'll defend Konoha since Naruto is away and gives the Konoha ninjas a much-needed break. Elsewhere, as Naruto is being healed by Sakura, she notes his injuries are quite serious. Naruto mutters Hinata's name, and Sakura notes that he's finally realized his feelings for her. Back on the moon at Toneri's palace, Toneri marvels at Hinata's beauty as she sleeps, wanting to know more about her. He reads her mind, only to find that she's only thinking about Naruto, much to his confusion and jealousy. When she awakens, she finds her sister safe, but even while in her comatose state, Hanabi grabs Hinata silently, begging for help. Toneri arrives and gives Hinata a vast army of puppet maids to do her bidding, and gives her a tour of his palace. Here, Toneri tells her about his clan and how they would use the Tenseigan against their enemies, this case being mankind, who uses chakra as a weapon and thus intends to wipe them out as per Hamada's celestial decree. After showing Hinata the mausoleum of Hamada and having dinner, Toneri requests Hinata to make him a scarf like she made Naruto and orders her to never question his plans to destroy Earth again. Later, upon seeing a floating island in front of his castle, Toneri explains that it's a temple of Hamada, and it comes nearby his castle once a year during the Rina festival. He later takes her to the floating temple after Hinata asks that she personally pay homage, stating that Hamada must be happy for her offer. Hinata realizes that she couldn't find the Tenseigan somewhere on the moon, but finds a hidden location with her Byakugan, while Toneri rests from his inability to control the Tenseigan. He attempts to destroy the Tenseigan altar as per Hamada's request, only to be stopped by Toneri, angered by her lies and betrayals. Toneri destroys her scarf in a jealous rage, proclaiming he knew full well she made it for Naruto. He then brainwashes Hinata by placing his green chakra sphere within her body so that she will still go through with getting married. With his defeat, Kurama uses this chance to destroy the golem with a tailed beast ball and allows Hinata to retrieve Hanabi's Byakugan. Upon his defeat, Toneri refuses to give up and summons all the Byakugan eyes around him to grant him power to kill Naruto by draining his chakra. But Hinata stops him from absorbing his chakra anymore. With Toneri unable to maintain his form and about to burn in the sun, Naruto saves him. With the hour up, A prepares to fire the cannon, but B refuses to kill Naruto and the others, much to A's frustration. Luckily, Kurama writes on the moon a mission complete symbol, much to the fox's annoyance, as he admits his penmanship is terrible. This signifies that everyone is safe and the disaster was averted. A global declaration is made that Naruto, Hinata, Shikamaru, Sakura, and Sari have saved the planet from extinction. It's revealed that before returning to Earth and saving Toneri, Hinata took Toneri to the site of Hamada's soul, and the truth is revealed to him. Seeing this, Toneri apologizes for his actions and chooses to stay on the moon to atone for his sins, promising that the moon will never approach Earth again. Despite Hinata and Naruto offering him a place on Earth, later Hinata asks Naruto about his scarf he was using earlier, to which he reveals it was knitted by his late mother for him before he was born. That's why he was so protective of it. This leaves Hinata relieved and embarrassed by her actions as they all head home. On Hanabi's request, Naruto proclaims to Hinata that he wants to spend the rest of his life with her, which moves her to tears as they leave through the portal. A glimpse of their future lives together is shown, and they see past versions of themselves with Naruto's past selves wearing the red scarf she knitted, all while running out of the cave hand in hand. As the portal falls apart, Hinata falls, but is caught by Naruto, who tells her not to let go, to which she happily states she never wants to, and they then fly out of the cave, leaving the others behind at the exit. While floating in the sky with the moon behind them, they lean in and share their first kiss. The movie ends with a series of flash forwards to Naruto and Hinata's wedding. It further flashes forward to them having a peaceful morning with their 2 children, Boruto Uzumaki and Himawari Uzumaki, who playfully order their father to play with them, instigating the happy family into a snowball fight. Sakura's Heart, a journey of love and hope. One day, Naruto and Hinata were out on a date in Konoha when they ran into Sakura. Sensing that Sakura was Naruto accustomed shuriken, hoping to strengthen their bond. The next generation Boruto's battle. In Boruto, Naruto the movie, the story begins in the ruins of Kaguya Otsutsuki's palace, where Sasuke Uchiha is engaged in a battle with a mysterious shinobi after recovering a scroll Kaguya had hidden centuries ago. After narrowly avoiding a powerful attack using Amaterasu, another shinobi, with a similar appearance, reveals himself, having been observing Sasuke from afar, intrigued by Sasuke's technique, declaring the animal as a panda. However, Sarada Uchiha argues that it is a bear because they have been childhood friends and rivals, and she is always watching him. Boruto, feeling the need to impress Sarada, gets in her way as she moves to capture the animal. He uses shadow clones to subdue the panda-like bear, which angers Sarada, who reprimands him for getting in her way. Mitsuki suggests that Sarada leave everything to Boruto, as he is the son of the 7th Hokage and the grandson of the 4th Hokage, meaning Boruto might one day become Hokage. Sarada, angered, replies that she will be Hokage herself. Konohamaru shows off his kote and captures the bear with the shadow imitation technique, then demonstrates a Rasengan, which leaves the kids in awe, although it veers off course and accidentally destroys a local farm. When the situation is reported to Naruto, he insists that Boruto address him as 7th Hokage, rather than Dad, in his office. Boruto argues that the mission was so easy that he could have done it on his own, and Naruto lectures him on the importance of teamwork. This angers Boruto, who argues that his father focuses more on his Hokage duties than their family. Boruto warns Naruto to be at Himawari's birthday party, or he will never forgive him. But Naruto refuses, stating that the instrument defeats the purpose of the exams, which is to nurture new ninjas. After Katsuki leaves, Boruto tells Naruto that this is not the same era that Naruto grew up in. Boruto insists that he doesn't plan to participate. Mitsuki informs him that a 3-man team is required to apply, but Boruto doesn't care. Sarada becomes angry and tells him that her dream is to become Hokage, and he is keeping her from getting closer to her goal. Boruto retorts that he doesn't want to be Hokage, and tells Sarada that if she plans to be Hokage, she'd better be alone for the rest of her life, or it will cause great problems for the people around her. Inojin asks Boruto to help him and Shikadai beat the boss in their game, and Boruto gives them his data to make the game easier. This upsets them, as Boruto is cheating, and they leave. This confuses Boruto, who realizes that he is simply upset because of how little time his father spends with him. Sarada tries to cheer him up by suggesting they enter the exams to show off their skills and impress Naruto. Boruto agrees, remembering that Naruto will be watching the exams. Sarada, when asked by Boruto if her father will watch her, says she doubts it while discussing her father. Mitsuki comments that his parents told him only Sasuke can fight evenly against Naruto. Before they can ask Mitsuki about his parentage, Hinata and Himawari arrive to pick Boruto up for Himawari's birthday party. When Boruto learns that Naruto sent a shadow clone as a substitute for his presence at the birthday party, he lashes out at his mother, who tries to explain that Naruto's job as Hokage is difficult but important for the village. Boruto responds that Naruto must have been lucky to have grown up without parents. This upsets Hinata, and she tells him that unlike Naruto, Boruto does have a father. Boruto, however, replies that it's not about him, but Himawari, before walking away. He goes to Naruto's study, finds his father's old tattered jacket, and declares it uncool before throwing it out of the window in a fit of rage. Boruto thinks Naruto is at the door and is ready to punch him, but is surprised to find that it is Sasuke, instead, who has returned to Konoha to warn Naruto of a threat he encountered in another dimension. Hinata informs Sasuke that Naruto is still at the office, and he turns to leave. Boruto realizes that Sasuke is his father's rival and begins to admire him. Sasuke finds Naruto's old jacket in the street after Boruto threw it out and takes it with him. He meets Naruto in his office to return the jacket and discuss a scroll he obtained from Kaguya's abandoned castle, which he needs help deciphering. Sasuke says he met Boruto, and the boy has turned out to be just like Naruto. Naruto insists that Boruto reminds him of how Sasuke was when he was younger, but Naruto retracts this, saying that Boruto is not like either of them because he has never had to work hard as a ninja, as evidenced by the pristine condition of his clothes. Sasuke and Naruto make a bet about whether the nature of a shinobi has changed in regards to Boruto, with Sasuke saying it hasn't and Naruto saying it had. To see his family, he is attacked by Boruto, whom he easily defeats by getting behind the boy and tripping him. Boruto asks Uncle Sasuke to take him on as a student because there is someone he wants to defeat. Sasuke, unimpressed, asks Boruto if he can perform the Rasengan. Boruto admits that he cannot, and Sasuke tells him that he cannot be his student if he doesn't know how to perform the technique. Boruto then goes to Konohamaru in the middle of the night to ask him to teach him the Rasengan, and Konohamaru agrees, believing it would be an honor. Boruto, however, is dismayed to start his training with a water balloon and then a rubber ball. After Konohamaru tells him about the hard work his grandfather went through to create and perfect the Rasengan, Boruto continues training for several days, unaware that Sarada is watching him the whole time. Finally, Boruto is able to perform the Rasengan and shows it to Sasuke compared to his predecessors. Boruto interprets this as Sasuke being disappointed and in frustration throws the tiny Rasengan at a tree where it disappears halfway to impact. Sasuke says he never said Boruto failed and that he was going to accept Boruto as his student, making Sarada very happy. Sasuke looks back at the tree and silently notes a divot caused by Boruto's Rasengan. Boruto goes to Katsuki, who comforts him as Boruto explains that his training didn't produce any results. Katsuki gives him a kote, which he says can create a Rasengan. Boruto accepts it without hesitation and decides not to tell Naruto or Sasuke, knowing they would disapprove. The next day, Boruto creates a standard-sized Rasengan and shows it to Sasuke, who notices the kote on Boruto's forearm, knowing that Boruto is using an replies that his talent is nothing like Naruto's, and Sasuke says he was hoping that wasn't the case before walking away. This angers Boruto, and he reminds Sasuke of their deal to become his student if he learned the Rasengan. Sasuke agrees to take Boruto on as his student. As part of their training, Sasuke starts teaching Boruto Shuriken Jutsu. One night, while taking a break and sitting by a bonfire, Boruto asks Sasuke to tell him about Naruto. Sasuke describes Naruto as a stubborn loser who went around ranting that he would be Hokage. Boruto, however, says he wants to know about Naruto's weaknesses. Sasuke tells him that Naruto was full of weaknesses and was a good-for-nothing, but overcame them to become the Hokage he is now. Sasuke explains that Boruto needs to understand who Naruto was back then, not who he is now. On the first day of the Chūnin Exams, as Sarada prepares to meet with her team, she comments to her mother, Sakura, that she is in high spirits because her father returned home after so long. Sakura blushes and is embarrassed, and Sarada says she can see these things from her mother before taking off. Sakura insists that Sarada is the happiest. Sarada meets up with Boruto, who tells her that he plans to learn about Naruto's weaknesses through his training with Sasuke so that he can defeat his father. Sarada scolds him, saying they need to become Chūnin before they can face Naruto. They are joined by Mitsuki, and they show off their applications for the exams. Meanwhile, in Kumogakure, Momoshiki and Kinshiki extract chakra from Gyuki and attack him with his own tailed beast ball before throwing Killer Bee into a ravine and leaving him to die. They decide that this is not enough chakra and begin making their journey toward Konoha. In the first test of the exams, the Genin teams are required to answer a true or false question on the 5th volume of a ninja strategy novel series. And when Boruto picks false, Sarada picks true because she wants to take a different path than her father. They are initially led to believe they answered incorrectly when they find themselves falling into a pit with a lake of ink at the bottom. Sarada uses a wire attached to her kunai to keep her and Boruto from falling in the ink, while Mitsuki grabs Sarada's hand. Boruto notices a second lake of ink in the false section, leading them to deduce that anyone who falls in the ink will be disqualified, regardless of whether they answer correctly. After hearing this, Naruto reacts calmly, but Shikamaru presses him to reach out to Boruto. Boruto is unsure whether to use the Kote because it is considered cheating, and he doesn't want to disappoint anyone. However, when Boruto receives congratulations from Naruto via email after winning the first round, he gets agitated that Naruto didn't at least send a shadow clone to help him with his training with Sasuke. Boruto struggles with Shuriken Jutsu and complains to Sasuke that it's Sarada's specialty due to her being Sasuke's daughter and an Uchiha. Sasuke creates multiple shadow clones and explains that it's Naruto's specialty, but hard work makes it possible for others to learn it. In the second round, Boruto, Sarada, and Mitsuki, along with the other competitors, are to fight each other and compete for flags. Boruto and his team split up, with Boruto staying behind to protect their flag, while Sarada and Mitsuki go to steal other teams' flags. Boruto faces another Genin team who nearly overpower him with the multiple shadow clone technique and are about to take his flag. In desperation to win his father's recognition, Boruto uses his Kote to perform water release and lightning release, defeating his opponents. He radios for Sarada to finish it, and Sarada uses her Sharingan to see through the genjutsu placed on their flag, retrieving it and winning the second round. Sarada scolds Boruto for not being happy, but then she gets in front of his face and comments that his eyes are bluer than Naruto's, causing him to blush and get embarrassed. Mitsuki steps between them. Naruto, who had been nervous about the outcome of the second round, is overjoyed upon learning from Shikamaru that Boruto passed. Sasuke visits Naruto and asks if the scroll has been deciphered. Naruto says it won't be long. Naruto then mentions that he heard from Konohamaru that Sasuke is training Boruto and expresses his sadness at not being able to train his own son. He says Sasuke was right about the nature of a shinobi never changing, and Sasuke agrees before leaving. Later that day, after returning home, Boruto is surprised to see his father voices his pride in him. Naruto initiates a fist bump, but Boruto simply smiles, avoiding his father from seeing his Kote. After Naruto leaves, Boruto gets overly excited that his father is proud of him. In the third round, Boruto fights Yudoi, but defeats him with a shuriken and the help of his Kote. Sarada easily defeats her opponent and gets embarrassed when her mother proudly cheers for her from the audience. Naruto sits with his wife and daughter rather than with the other Kage when his son is matched against Shigadai. Boruto seemingly wins after Shigadai surrenders due to being trapped by Boruto's multiple shadow clone technique. However, Naruto senses something is wrong. After asking Hinata to use her Byakugan, he deduces that Boruto used a Kote to cheat. Meanwhile, the scroll is deciphered, and Sasuke quickly goes to warn Naruto, disappointed that his son has been cheating. Naruto confronts Boruto, deems Shigadai the winner, and disqualifies Boruto by taking away his forehead protector. Naruto tells Boruto that he will lecture him when he gets home. Enraged, Boruto lashes out at Naruto, asking when his father has time to lecture him. Boruto blames Naruto for everything that's happened. Soon after, two shinobi, whom Sasuke fought, appear and attack the arena, causing chaos. Naruto tries to get Boruto to safety but is knocked out of the arena by Momoshiki. Sasuke saves Sarada from falling debris and is attacked by Kin. His attacks are absorbed by Momoshiki's Rinnegan, leaving him scared and defenseless. Naruto grabs his son, while Shikamaru tries to restrain the two enemies but fails. Momoshiki absorbs his power. Naruto and Sasuke team up to protect their children, and Sasuke informs Naruto that they can't use their jutsu on the two. Naruto realizes that he is their target. After introducing themselves, Momoshiki and Kinshiki explain that they intend to retrieve Kaguya's scattered chakra and cultivate it into a new Cinnabar panacea that will grant them eternal youth and supernatural phenomena. Sasuke deduces that the scroll foretold against them. Feeling that they are a threat greater than Kaguya, Sasuke has been searching for them. Momoshiki and Kinshiki also intend to capture Naruto with the goal of extracting Kurama's chakra and using it for their own purposes. Momoshiki creates a tailed beast ball amplified by the jutsu he collected and is about to attack everyone with it. Sarada, fearful of Momoshiki's monstrous strength, falls to her knees, prompting Boruto to create a Kurama to shield themselves from the attack. Naruto asks Sasuke to take care of Boruto and Sarada. Sasuke guards the children while Naruto tries to stop the attack. Although Naruto stops the attack, he is ultimately captured before he disappears. Naruto gives his son a warm smile, and Boruto shouts out to his hospital he finds his mother being healed by Sakura after trying to save his father. Feeling guilty for how badly he treated his father, Boruto goes into Naruto's office and finds his father's old jacket, putting it on. Boruto calls himself uncool, and Sasuke enters, agreeing. Sasuke tells him that everyone at the exams scorned him, and that he got his headband taken away, making him no longer a ninja. Sasuke comments that if it hadn't been for his sister, who adores him, and his mother, who worries about him, Boruto would be in the same situation as Naruto. Boruto asks how his father was able to do what he did, and Sasuke tells him he can ask Naruto later, as he can sense Naruto's chakra, meaning Naruto is still alive. Sasuke intends to rescue him. Boruto asks why Sasuke would bother with someone like him, and Sasuke replies that Boruto is a strong shinobi with the potential to surpass Naruto. Sasuke further elaborates that Boruto is his best disciple, but a bigger loser than Naruto, because Boruto hates to lose. Sensing that Naruto is in another dimension, Sasuke activates his Rinnegan to teleport himself to Naruto's location and rescue him. The fourth Hokage ally was Sasuke in the mission to rescue Naruto, and Sasuke lets Boruto go with them. Hinata refuses to let Boruto go out of fear for his safety, but when Boruto puts on Sasuke's scratched forehead protector, she remembers how Naruto was like when he was younger and decides to trust him, asking him to take care of his father. Naruto is bound by the Otsutsuki pair, who try to extract Kurama's chakra from him, but Momoshiki complains that it's taking too long. Naruto replies that ninjas don't like taking things easy, and they look up to see the other Kage charging at them. The four Kage engage in battle against Kinshiki and Momoshiki, while the Sasuke and Boruto rescue Naruto. Naruto asks about Boruto and why he apologizes to Boruto for not being there for him, but Boruto says it's alright, and he just wanted to hear stories about him. Urashiki and Chojuro initially capture Kinshiki with Sasuke's help, and then he fights Momoshiki with Gaara and Darui. Seeing Sasuke fight Momoshiki, Kinshiki breaks free and unleashes a destructive blast around him to throw everyone off. Although it leaves him injured, the time slip, revisiting the past, in the time slip was to investigate a mysterious airship, and Naruto feared that this could be connected to something even more dangerous for Konoha. Kawaki's reckoning, unleashing the beast within, the last known location of the two missing shinobi. When Team Konohamaru returned to Konoha with Kawaki, Naruto deemed himself the best person to monitor Kawaki and held a Kage summit to discuss the situation. Following the Kage's approval, Naruto brought the boy to his house where he thwarted Kawaki's attempt to escape. Kawaki's escape attempt was unsuccessful, and in the process, Himawari's vase was destroyed. Naruto intervened when Boruto and Kawaki started fighting, and later overheard Kawaki talking about the hardships he had endured because of his karma. Afterward, Naruto took Kawaki to Yamanaka Flowers to buy a new vase, where he comforted Kawaki with a hug when the boy had a panic attack. Sometime later, Naruto sparred with Boruto, and even though Boruto used his karma, Naruto still defeated him. Naruto offered for Kawaki to try sparring with Boruto next time, but Kawaki declined, stating he couldn't use chakra. Naruto insisted that everyone can learn to use chakra, and that having strong rivals will help them accomplish great things. Later, Boruto decided to take Kawaki's offer and learn what he knows about their karma, choosing to do so through sparring. The two children quickly activated their respective karma marks while Boruto held his ground in hand-to-hand combat. Kawaki's method put Boruto on the defensive, and when Kawaki launched a blast at Naruto, intending for him to absorb it like before, Boruto instead hurt his hand. Naruto called off the match and told the two to perform the Seal of Reconciliation. The event caused their karma marks to react, instantly healing Boruto's hand. Naruto was soon alerted to an intruder and told Boruto to take Himawari away while he stayed with Kawaki, certain the intruder was after him. His assumption proved correct when they were confronted by Delta, who demanded that Naruto hand over Kawaki. Kawaki confirmed her identity as an inner member of Kara. Naruto told Boruto to protect Himawari, and for Kawaki to protect himself as he fought Delta. Initially, Naruto outperformed her with taijutsu, but Delta began using her shinobi wear to launch sneak attacks and absorb his Rasengan. Naruto entered his six-path Sage mode, but Delta eventually managed to stab him and pin him down. As Naruto tried to discern Delta's motives for wanting Kawaki, she saw through his deception and realized he was already healing. She considered Naruto a monster as well. Despite being forced to hold back for the safety of the spectators, Naruto continued to gradually wear Delta down. Delta then used her eye beams against Naruto to combat his regenerative ability. She eventually targeted Himawari, and Naruto blocked the attack with his body, remaining uninjured as Kawaki sacrificed his right arm to block the attack. Enraged by Delta's tactics and unable to extract any information about Jigen, the two resumed fighting. Naruto deduced that there was a limit to how much chakra Delta's eyes could absorb, and used this to overpower her. He defeated Delta with his super ultra big ball Rasengan. However, Delta's body self-destructed, forcing Naruto to flee with the children. Later, when Kawaki went to Kazekage for repairs, the scientist informed Naruto that the technology in Kawaki's body was too advanced for him to handle. Finding an alternative solution, Naruto gave Kawaki one of his prosthetic arms and channeled some of his chakra into it to make it work. Shocked by how sincere Naruto was, Kawaki asked to learn ninjutsu, and Naruto agreed, beginning his training. A while after Delta's defeat, while Naruto and Kawaki were at his house, Kawaki was distressed as his karma mark began to react, creating a portal through which Jigen emerged, intending to take his son back. Naruto attempted to attack but was repelled and impaled by chakra-draining rods, activating his chakra mode. Naruto kicked Jigen away from Kawaki, but Jigen then activated his karma, making him even stronger than Delta. Fearing for Naruto's safety due to Jigen's overwhelming power, Kawaki stepped in and agreed to return with Jigen if he spared Naruto's life. Jigen agreed to the terms, but Naruto refused to comply. Jigen then teleported himself and Naruto to another dimension where he attempted to strand Naruto. However, he was attacked and stopped by Sasuke. With the distance from Konoha and free to fight with all their power, Sasuke and Naruto engaged Jigen in battle. Sasuke deduced that Jigen's fighting style involved shrinking himself and his rods, but they were quickly overpowered. Daigen, using his karma, grew a horn, signaling a new phase in his abilities. Sasuke revealed that Jigen resembled an unknown Otsutsuki member, and that Jigen had ties with a juvenile Ten Tails, which he intended to use to... Despite their strong avatar forms and teamwork, Naruto and Sasuke were swiftly pummeled and restrained by Jigen with his rods. Jigen decided to keep Naruto alive because of Kurama, but he planned to kill Sasuke due to his Rinnegan space-time ninjutsu. With the truth dawning on him, Naruto ordered his clones to hold off Jigen while he convinced Sasuke to escape. Jigen revealed that he was after Naruto Uzumaki for his karma and sealed Naruto into a giant pot, which he shrunk, leaving Naruto trapped in a foreign dimension. Afterwards, Boruto stood guard over the pot, and with Kawaki's help, the two used their karma marks to transport Naruto's unconscious body out before killing the Kara member. They returned to Konoha and Naruto made a quick recovery. He was impressed with the Geinen's work and joked that rebellious Geinin still seemed to be a thing. The group was informed by Ino that Shikadai had been taken hostage by Amado. Although Shikamaru wished to speak to him, he was relieved to hear of Naruto's rescue and was informed that Amado wanted to defect to Konoha, offering valuable intel on Kare, Jigen, the Ten Tails, and the Otsutsuki. After Naruto gave his word as Hokage that he would not go back on his deal, Amado began to explain what he knew. He revealed that the Otsutsuki had been traveling from planet to planet for eons, harvesting chakra to evolve while destroying each planet in the process with the use of the Ten Tails. Amado further explained that Jigen had been turned into an Otsutsuki after being branded by Ishiki's karma. Amado also revealed that he had sabotaged the blimp to free Kawaki and ensure that Sasuke would get the intel on Ishiki. As Amado's glasses beeped, he removed them, revealing a holographic projection of Jigen talking to his accomplice Koji Kashin, who intended to kill Jigen. Intrigued by Koji's techniques, Naruto listened intently as Amado insisted that Naruto accept his request to officially join Konoha with full amnesty and protection in exchange for his knowledge. Naruto agreed to the arrangement. Amado continued his explanation, sharing what he knew about the Otsutsuki, karma, and Jigen's goals. He stressed that the full rebirth of the Otsutsuki must be prevented. He also mentioned that Ishiki's resurrection was inevitable when Jigen died, and that Kawaki's karma would need to be dealt with to prevent duplicates. Shikamaru realized that without any remaining karma, Ishiki would be vulnerable to permanent death. After Amado became a citizen of Konoha, Naruto took his advice seriously and ordered a civilian evacuation, as Ishiki was expected to target Kawaki in Konoha. Though Naruto initially opposed Boruto staying to fight, he was interrupted by alerts of Ishiki's arrival. Naruto ordered Boruto to join the evacuation as he went to confront Ishiki. Ishiki was surprised to see that Naruto had escaped, but demanded Kawaki. When Naruto refused, Ishiki began shrinking various targets around the village, intending to destroy it. Naruto activated his six-path Sage mode, but was quickly overpowered by Ishiki. Sasuke soon joined the fight, leveling the battlefield. Sasuke launched his sword at Ishiki, only for it to be revealed that Boruto had transformed into the sword's wielder. In a shocking turn of events, Boruto activated his karma and transported himself and Ishiki to another dimension. Naruto and Sasuke followed, using Sasuke's Rinnegan to track them. The battle resumed, and Jigen's strength began to outclass the two shinobi. As they fought, Naruto and Sasuke tried to push him back, but Jigen demonstrated new techniques using black cubes that separated the duo. Realizing they were running out of options, Kurama asked Naruto if he was willing to sacrifice himself to stop Ishiki. Naruto confirmed it, and Kurama offered a final strategy that would carry a great risk, potentially costing Naruto his life. Naruto accepted the plan, transforming into Boryon mode, which combined their chakra in a way akin to nuclear fusion. Kurama warned him to be cautious, as every movement and thought would drain both their lives. The new form baffled everyone with its sheer power. Naruto quickly began overwhelming Ishiki, but the strain began to take its toll, and Naruto started to tire. Kurama noted that the form gradually drained all life forces, including Naruto's, but also drained Ishiki's with each contact. As Ishiki grew desperate, he took advantage of the chakra connection between Naruto and Kawaki, teleporting Kawaki to them. Ishiki tried to rebrand Kawaki before his time ran out, but Kawaki tried to escape. Ishiki used Kawaki's love for Naruto against him, assaulting the downed Hokage. Despite Naruto's insistence that Kawaki forget about him, Kawaki ultimately attacked using the ninjutsu Naruto had taught him. Ishiki easily negated the attack and branded Kawaki again, only for it to be revealed as a shadow clone. With Ishiki's time running out, he crumbled to dust. Sasuke then asked Naruto about his new power, but before he could answer, Boruto, controlled by Momoshiki, stabbed Sasuke's left eye. Naruto attempted to help fight Momoshiki, but collapsed from exhaustion, feeling heavy as lead before passing out inside his subconscious. In his subconscious, Naruto had a final conversation with Kurama, who assured him that he would wake up soon and be fine. Kurama explained that his life had been gambled with Baryon mode, and that Naruto would no longer have access to Kurama's chakra or abilities. As Kurama's life faded, he warned Naruto to be more careful moving forward. Naruto desperately reached out for Kurama before waking up to see Boruto, Sasuke, and Kawaki standing over him. Upon returning to the village, Naruto was examined by Sakura and Katsuki, who confirmed that there were no remaining traces of Kurama's essence or powers. Naruto admitted that Kurama's power had felt like cheating, and despite the void left behind, he chose not to wallow in it. He believed that Kurama would make fun of him for it. Later, Naruto received confirmation that Boruto's coma was accelerating. He vowed to do everything in his power to save Boruto. When Kawaki returned his prosthetic hand, Naruto offered to make him a Genin. The Chūnin Trials. Re-examining the next generation. Following Ishiki's attack, Naruto requested Shikamaru to reorganize the Chūnin exams that were interrupted by Momoshiki. In an interview, Naruto explained that the exams were meant to boost morale and promote capable Genin to Chūnin status. The night after the first exam, Naruto visited Boruto, who was struggling and embarrassed after his performance in the last exam. Naruto, expressing his confidence in Boruto's abilities, encouraged him to simply act as he normally would. Naruto also served as a proctor during the second portion of the exams, where he evaluated the Genin's abilities. At the end of it, Naruto explained that those who advanced to the final round would face one-on-one fights. Code's Rebellion, The Coming Storm. Later, Naruto and Shikamaru decided to take Boruto off active duty indefinitely while they figured out how to address the issue of his karma. During this time, Boruto kept himself occupied with various media interviews about his victory over Ishiki. After Amato finished restoring Kawaki's arm, he had a conversation with Naruto about the remaining threats from Kara. Amato explained that once all the active inner members of Kara were gone, the outer members would cease to function. He also noted that the ten-tail seed of Kara needed to be dealt with quickly to protect the planet, as it had likely been moved since Ishiki's defeat. Fortunately, Amato revealed that there were methods of space-time travel beyond ninjutsu. Amato also explained the looming danger of Code, the last inner of Kara. Despite proving incompatible as a vessel for karma, Code survived the process and was imbued with its power. His fanatical devotion to Ishiki allowed him to avoid being disposed of, even agreeing to limiters being placed on him by Amato. However, Code's obsession with avenging Ishiki's death meant that he would inevitably seek to kill those responsible. Naruto, understanding the threat, requested Shikamaru to set up a Kage summit. In a video conference with the other Kage, Naruto reviewed the intel on Code, his goals, and how to deal with the imminent threat. He confessed that he didn't fully trust Amero but was willing to continue collaborating with him due to his contributions so far. The topic of Ishiki taking over Boruto was also discussed, and Naruto vowed to handle it as Hokage should the need arise. Naruto later approached Amato to deal with Boruto's karma. Amato, sympathizing with Naruto due to his own past as a father, provided him with pills he had developed to weaken the karma. The pills were intended to interfere with the progress of Boruto's karma, as the Byakugan, which originates with the Otsutsuki, played a significant role in it. Amato cautioned Naruto that the pills were merely a stopgap measure and advised him not to let his wife or daughter near them, as Boruto's karma could be dangerous. When Boruto was given the pills and explained their nature to him, Naruto was horrified at how recklessly Boruto decided to take them. Boruto insisted that he had already come to terms with the risk to his life and was willing to take any help available. Beyond time, the future unfolds. 4 years after the Otsutsuki attack on Konoha and the village's destruction, Kawaki told Boruto that he would send him to where he had sent the Seventh Hokage.